Hey everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Mass Effect 2. We are, of course, going to leave some people behind to cover us from behind.
A rear guard could defend this position and keep the collectors from overwhelming us.
Pick a team to go with you, Shepard. Everyone else can bunker down here and cover your back.
Okay, so these are the team that we're bringing with us. I realize now I probably should have sent Morden because Grunt would have been nice to have holding the line, which kind of sucks. But I think it's okay if we take Garrus and Miranda. I mean, Garrus has a very high defense rating. Morden does not. I think we'll be alright. I mean, Zaid has a pretty high defense rating. Jacob has a pretty high one. Legion, I think, has a fairly high one. Samara has a fairly high one. And I think Thane and Jack do as well. So I think it'll be alright. I know Kasumi doesn't have one, but I don't know. We'll see. I think I'm going to take... Oh, wait. Miranda, then Garrus.
I'm ready, Commander.
Same here.
Anything to say before we do this?
The collectors, the Reapers, they aren't a threat to us. They're a threat to everything, everyone. Those are the lives we're fighting for. That's the scale. It's been a long journey, and no one's coming out without scars. But it all comes down to this moment. We win or lose it all in the next few minutes. Make me proud. Make yourselves proud.
Well said. Let's go finish this.
Here we go. Make sure everybody's got their stuff. Make sure you've got your armor-piercing ammo.
Enemies incoming.
We've done this once before. Also, I believe our Medijail and heavy weapons ammo got refilled going into this. So that's nice. I might want to switch to the SMG for this, just because it might be a good idea to save some ammo. That worked out pretty well.
Enemies incoming.
Direct intervention is necessary.
Oh, there he is.
Finish you off.
Oh god, there's so many warps things, or barriers, or whatever they're called. That works pretty well. That assume all you want just makes an ass out of you. Not me, I guess. Oh, that's a bad combo. I don't like this. Well, I'm glad we took care of all the, really, what was that game? Threw it at the ground. There we go.
This is it. All the tubes lead to this spot. Edie, what can you tell us? What are they doing?
The tubes are feeding into some kind of superstructure. It is emitting both organic and non-organic energy signatures. Given these readings, it must be massive.
Another
Jenny
one?
Reaper. Human Reaper.
Precisely. It appears the collectors have processed tens of thousands of humans. Significantly more will be required to complete the Reaper.
What do the collectors gain by turning humans into this Reaper shell?
They may be facilitating the Reaper equivalent of reproduction. Or it may serve another purpose. I do not have the data to speculate further. However, it is clear that the collectors are merely pawns. The technology and ability needed to create this Reaper is not their own. It is likely that different species construct each Reaper. In this case, the collectors provide the labor.
The collectors are just Protheans. Why would they help the Reapers?
The Reapers subdued the Protheans long ago. Probabilities suggest they attempted to create a Prothean Reaper and failed. Over time, they adapted the Protheans to suit their needs, changed them, turned them into workers, tools for the Reapers.
They're building it to look like a human. Why?
It appears that a Reaper's shape is based upon the species used to create it.
Reapers are machines. Why do they need humans at all?
Incorrect. Reapers are sapient constructs, a hybrid of organic and inorganic material. The exact construction methods are unclear, but it seems probable that the Reapers absorb the essence of a species, utilizing it in their reproduction process.
How many more humans do you think they'd try to take?
Millions. Perhaps more. Impossible to know for certain. This Reaper appears to be in a very early stage of development. An embryo in human terms.
So it's not alive yet. We can still stop it from being created?
The process can be stopped, but it is unclear exactly how much it has developed. I cannot, for example, tell you if it has awareness.
This thing is an abomination. Edie, how do we destroy it?
The large tubes injecting the fluid are a weak structural link. Destroying them should cause the supports to collapse, and the Reaper to fall.
Give us a minute, Edie. We gotta take care of some old friends first. Enemies incoming!
You really need to stop coming at us. Uh-oh. There we go. Get armor back up. Did he take control of another one? I got two of them down. Should only be two more. Are you standing on top of the... Alright. This is more important. Need the big gun. Who went down? Miranda? There it goes. Are we sure it's not alive?
Shepard to ground team. Status report.
It's safe. We are holding, but they keep coming. A quick exit is preferable.
Head to the Normandy. Joker, prep the engines. I'm about to overload this place and blow it sky high.
Roger that, Commander. Commander, I've got an incoming signal from the elusive man. Edie's patching it through.
Shepard, you've done the impossible.
I was part of a team. Some of them gave their lives for this mission.
I know. Their sacrifice will not be forgotten. You did what you had to do, and you acquired the collector base. I'm looking at the schematics Edie uploaded. A timed radiation pulse would kill the remaining collectors, but leave the machinery and technology intact. This is our chance, Shepard. They were building a Reaper. That knowledge, that framework could save us.
They liquefied people. turn them into something horrible. We have to destroy the base.
Don't be short-sighted. Our best chance against the Reapers is to turn their own resources against them.
I'm not so sure. Seeing it firsthand, using anything from this base seems like a betrayal.
If we ignore this opportunity, that would be a betrayal. They were working directly with the Collectors. Who knows what information is buried there? This base is a gift. We can't just destroy it.
You're completely ruthless. The next thing I know, you'll be wanting to grow your own Reaper.
My goal is to save humanity from the Reapers, at any cost. I've never hidden that from you. Imagine how many lives could be saved if we keep this base intact and use its knowledge to thwart the Reapers. Imagine the lives that will be lost if we don't.
No matter what kind of technology we might find, it's not worth it.
Shepard, you died fighting for what you believed. I brought you back so you could keep fighting. Some would say what we did to you was going too far, but look what you've accomplished. I didn't discard you because I knew your value. Don't be so quick to discard this facility. Think of the potential.
We'll fight and win without it. I won't let fear compromise who I am.
Miranda, do not let Shepard destroy the base.
Or what? You'll replace me next?
I gave you an order, Miranda.
I noticed. Consider this my resignation.
And that's why we bring Miranda.
Think about what's at stake, about everything Cerberus has done for you.
For that one unique little piece of dialogue where she
Let's
quits.
move. We got 10 minutes before the reactor overloads and blows this whole station apart.
Well, that's terrifying. Just gonna stay behind the wall here. Okay. Yeah, this thing is not good. It'll pop up wherever it wants. Just shoot its weak points. Actually, what am I doing? That's why we... Whoa. That's why we have this thing. And get armor up. Whew. Okay. We're alive. There it is. It moves so much. It's so annoying. That's why I saved all the heavy armor. Come on, come back up. There's a harbinger somewhere, but I just... Oh, there he is. We got it stuck, so, you know. It's pretty good. Come on, pop up again. Just want to shoot you in the face. You know, whatever works.
Now let's finish you off.
Dang it. Come on, pop up again. There he is.
Incoming.
Maybe I get a double hit. And I think this will be the end of it. If I could just kill it. There it is. Got him.
I'm here, Joker. Did the ground team make it?
All survivors on board. We're just waiting for you.
God damn it. Fucking Morden. Alright, well, I'm redoing that. I'm not letting him die. That's really annoying. I'm gonna redo this so that Morden doesn't die. That's bullshit.
Your species has the attention of those infinitely or greater. That which you know as Reapers are your salvation through destruction.
Detonation in 10, 9, 8.
Yeah, I get the gist of it, Edie. Hold on.
You have failed. We must find another way. Releasing control.
Shepard, you're making a habit of costing me more than time and money.
Too many lives were lost at that base. I'm not sorry it's gone.
The first of many lives. The technology from that base could have secured human dominance in the galaxy against the Reapers and beyond.
Human dominance? Or just Cerberus?
Strength for Cerberus is strength for every human. Cerberus is humanity. I should have known you'd choke on the hard decisions. Too idealistic from the start.
I'm not looking for your approval. Harbinger's coming and he won't be alone. Humanity needs a leader who's looking out for them. From now on, I'm doing things my way, whether you agree or not.
Don't turn your back on me, Shepard. I made you. I brought you back from the dead.
Joker, lose this channel.
Well, I guess it's nice to see what happens when one of your people dies, but I will be showing the footage of what happens when everybody survives, because, yeah, we're not letting Morden die. There's only one coffin, though. I wonder if other coffins show up if others die. Alright, so I'm going to let it go through these credits. This will probably be a totally different episode than when I started this recording. But after the credits, we are going to go through and do the alternate thing. I'm going to just redo the entire suicide mission so that Morden survives, and you can see how that goes. And then probably in the next episode, we'll start doing relationship stuff, and then finish out with the Shadow Broker. So that'll be fun. Anyways, I'm going to let the credits play. I'm just letting the credits play. I love you. Be done in just 1 second. I'll be done in just 1 second. Credits just finished, so I just wanna... You've stopped the collectors from creating a human reaper. You now have 2 choices. Continue this game, complete the unfinished missions, develop relationships, play downloaded content, and explore the galaxy, or import Shepard. So, we're just gonna hit continue. And that brings us to here. So, like I said, we're going to go back. We're going to redo that last mission to get Morden because I don't want him to die. And then we're going to start doing a bunch of relationship stuff. So, yeah. I'm going to make a quick save. And then, just because. And then I'm going to redo the stuff that we just did, which is annoying, but we kind of have to do it. Anyways. So the key to making everybody survive is to send Morden off to escort the people that you saved.
Morton's group just arrived, Shepard. No casualties.
If you do that, he makes it back as long as he's loyal. And then we pick Miranda and Jack to go with us, and that leaves a lot of the stronger teammates to actually fight off.
Did the ground team make it?
And everybody lives because you don't get a cutscene showing that anyone died. This also changes the ending cutscene a little. Not by much. So instead of us cutting to Shepard looking over a coffin, we simply cut to Shepard walking through the being repaired Normandy, because it took a lot of damage in that last firefight. So this is the actual good ending here, which is pretty cool. It also shows you in the clothing that you chose instead of being pre-rendered, so that's kind of fun and interesting. Same people here. Morden doesn't show up in this scene for whatever reason. I don't know why. Alright. So, after that, I guess we gotta get started on romance stuff and figuring out all of that. Okay, so now that we've seen the alternate things that happen and everybody survived, that's good, that's good, that's good. Do we have every... Yeah, we have every one of those. That's awesome. Alright, let's go talk to some people and... Wait, what? Is there been a bathroom in here the whole time and I've just never noticed? Huh. Alrighty then. You learn something new every day. Let's go talk to all of our crewmates, because we got a lot of talking to do. And I guess first thing I want to do is go to this deck, because we didn't lock in any relationship stuff, which means we have access to a couple of unique relationships that can't happen otherwise. The first one being Kelly, hopefully.
You came for us. I knew you would. Thank you. 1,000 times, thank you.
How are you doing, Kelly?
I'm holding up. I just can't get the memories out of my head. Trapped. Suffocating. It's oozing into every pore. Faint sobs echoing the confined space. But I can't dwell on it. I'm okay now. I'm alive. Back to the old Kelly.
Is there anything I should know?
Nothing right now. Anything else, Commander?
Do you have a moment to talk?
I always have time for you, Commander.
I better go.
Okay. Maybe we'll talk later.
Weird. Do we not have the option for
How may I help you, Commander?
romancing Kelly? What?
Good luck out there.
Why not?
Commander, you've received a new message at your private terminal.
Why didn't... Okay, I don't have a message at the private terminal. I'm so confused why we don't have the romance thing with Kelly. Okay, so I think... I don't know, maybe... Let's do a save real quick. Because I have a feeling that something's a little wonky here. And let's load the save we just did. Because we're supposed to be able to romance Kelly here, but she's supposed to send us a message. If that's not the case, then maybe we're too far into a relationship point with Jacob. So we might have to do those first and then break up with him, because we can still do the Kelly thing, but I just wanted to show off that one first because it's a little bit more interesting, I think. Unread messages. Oh, there it is. Yep, from Kelly Girl. Hi, honey. Keep thinking back to our evening together and love to spend some more time with you. How about I slip into something more comfortable, sneak up to your cabin tonight? I plan on wearing something I can't talk about during work hours, so you'll just have to call me up there to see it. Love, Kelly. Well then. So now we can use the intercom to invite Kelly up. And Kelly is here in something quite skimpy. So I don't remember the extent of everything you could do here, so let's see. You can dance with her, at which point she does that. Okay then. Well, I'm sure people are enjoying this. That's certainly something. That's enough of that, you horn dogs. You could sit on the couch with her. In which case she'll sit on your lap, and I guess it's implied that you're talking to each other, but nothing else really happens, and you just stare at her like a maniac. That's terrifying, I'm not gonna lie. I think she's the only one who has a dance option in any of the things, and then I think the last one is just bed rest, which of course is snuggling with Kelly, and that's pretty much it. And that's all you can do. Kelly otherwise just like sort of sits up here. So that is the Kelly romance option. Now I'm really curious on something because I don't think I've ever taken a look at this. If you go back down here, obviously Kelly's here. And you go back up to your captain's cabin. Is she still there? No, right? There's no way. Okay, no, she's not. I didn't think so, but I wanted to check and make sure. Alright, so next thing, let's go and talk to everybody else real quick. I'll talk to everybody down here because none of these guys have romance things for us. I just want to make sure I've completed the dialogue with all of these members. I think I have.
What a great battle, Shepard. And when you blew up the base instead of handing it to Cerberus. Something to think about. If you killed the most dangerous thing in the galaxy, that leaves us.
Okay.
Just checking in. How are you doing?
Battlemaster, I have everything. Clan, kin, and enemies to fight.
That's all for now.
Shepard.
Yeah, he's like, we're the strongest things in the universe. So now we have to fight each other, obviously. Yeah, I'm not going to do that, Grunt. I don't think Jack's going to have anything to say to me.
Across the board, the forward tanks are born.
Do you guys have anything to say?
I felt myself slipping away. You arrived just in time. Thank you.
Alright, well, you know.
What do you think about Cerberus?
Actually, we don't know much about the organization other than the name.
Oh, that's it.
Will do, Commander.
I thought maybe they would quit as well, but I don't think so.
I can't believe we destroyed the collector base. They said it couldn't be done. Then again, that's said about a lot of things you do.
Have you got time to talk?
I really need to clean up this engine.
I'll let you work.
Alright.
See you later.
Nothing more with Tali. I do want to see all their comments on like how we did and everything. Because, you know, we're amazing. I don't know. There's going to be a lot of editing because for this episode.
Hey.
Nothing?
What's happening?
Shepard, we talked enough. You're just...
should go.
Whatever.
Nothing with her? Okay. She doesn't even comment about the mission? Alright, Jack. Just stay in your weird little corner, I guess. Alright, what's Zaid got going on?
This mission takes me back. Collectors and Protheans.
He doesn't say anything.
I'm more used to putting down rebellions, tracking down bastards who didn't pay.
Alright, I'm just gonna leave him, because, you know, why would he? Let's see who else. Thane we'll talk to in a little bit, because Thane is actually a love interest we could pursue.
Hey, Shepard. My heart goes out to Miranda and her sister.
And she doesn't have anything either, which is unfortunate. Weirdly enough, I believe if we go to Samara as well, we can pursue a little relationship with her.
I wanted to tell you, I believe you did the right thing by destroying that base.
Thank you.
The elusive man thinks he has the wisdom to utilize it, but he does not.
I wanted to check in.
I am always happy to talk with you.
I'm interested in hearing more about Asari Justicars.
We hold a unique place in Asari culture. Justicars are from another era. Young Asari grow up watching vids about our adventures. Pure fiction, of course. Some Asari are uncomfortable with us, but so few Justicars exist that most have never met one.
There are only a few Justicars?
Few Asari wish to make the sacrifices necessary to become one of us, and the training has a high casualty rate. It is a life of constant danger. Throughout the entire galaxy, there are only a handful of us at any time.
Why would anyone want to be a Justicar?
It is a deeply personal matter. Sometimes the most brutal path is the only honest one.
This code of the Justicar seems central to your life.
It is 5,000 sutras and covers every situation one can encounter. I have memorized every word. There is only the code.
Sometimes justice calls for mercy.
It does not exist to bring about spiritual enlightenment. Its purpose is to punish the wicked and protect the innocent.
The Asari I've spoken to seem conflicted about Justicars.
In this age, people see shades of gray everywhere. The code of the Justicar is black and white. I might seem a hero to many, but I would kill all of them if I had to.
What role do you think Justicars have in Asari society?
I would say that the closest human equivalent is a knight-errant in your medieval lore. Perhaps mixed with a bit of samurai.
What does your code say about killing?
I am compelled to kill the wicked. If a Justicar is involved, peaceful solutions are long past.
You make killing sound so casual.
I remember each being I have slain. They are always in my thoughts.
You know about knights errant and samurai?
When I knew I must leave Asari space again, I studied the history and morals of new species. When I was a maiden wandering the galaxy, humans had not yet arrived.
What did your studies tell you about us?
You are more individualistic than any other species I have encountered. If 3 humans are in a room, there will be 6 opinions. I like your species. I am curious to see what you will do.
Does the code forbid romantic involvement?
It does not. However, I would never be interested in such. That part of my life is well behind me.
You could meet someone who reawakens those desires.
I am nearly 1,000 years old. I know myself and my desires. But your curiosity is quite welcome.
Yes, you like that one. So that's the first step.
I should go.
I'm glad we spoke.
Now, I believe we'll have to wait a little bit to get the next part of the conversation just because of how these things work. But, I think maybe we'll have the option to just...
The elusive man thinks he has the wisdom to utilize it.
How are you?
Perhaps we could speak later.
Okay.
I should go.
Yeah. So we need to give her a little bit of time and we'll go get the next thing going. Let's see. Let's talk to Miranda, see how she's feeling about it. And Dr. Takwas actually in Legion might be a good thing to do. And actually, we've got people here.
You took down the collectors. I'm proud to serve under you, Commander.
Thank you.
You really are a hero. No sooner had the collectors damned us than you were pulling our sorry asses right back out of hell. This is in my book, Shepard. Thank you.
No problem.
We had to do it, Shepard. Taking down the collector base was the right decision. The elusive man might not agree, but we had no choice.
Do you have a minute, Miranda?
There's a lot to do, Shepard. Maybe another time.
I'll let you work.
Of course, Commander.
Okay, well, maybe we're done with her dialogue tree. We will talk to Garrus and everything as well, but I'm just making my rounds.
I'm still a little shaken from my abduction by the collectors. It was a lot to endure. You and Jeff came so quickly. I've never had truer friends. Thank you, Commander.
Absolutely. Let's talk to Legion, see what he has to say.
An interesting choice, Shepard Commander. Your species was offered everything Geth aspired to. True unity, understanding, transcendence. You rejected it. You even refused the possibility of using the old machine's gifts to achieve it on your species' own terms. You are more like us than we thought.
Interesting.
I'd like to find out more about you.
Topic?
When we took you aboard, I noticed you have a piece of N7 armor welded to you. Where'd you get it?
It was yours. When you disappeared, we were sent to find you. We began where you first encountered the heretics.
Eden Prime.
After the old machine's attack, it was heavily defended. We were discovered. This is the impact of a rifle shot.
How many other Geth were sent out to find me?
We are the only mobile platform beyond the Veil. Organics fear us. We wish to understand, not incite. One platform was judged sufficient.
You've been looking for me for 2 years?
We visited Therum, Theros, Noveria, Vermeer, Ilos. A dozen unsettled worlds. The trail ended at Normandy's wreckage. You were not there. Organic transmissions claimed your death. We recovered this debris from your hard suit.
That doesn't explain why you used my armor to fix yourself.
There was a hole.
But why didn't you fix it sooner, or with something else?
No data available.
Interesting. I should have done the investigate option.
Commander,
I'd like to find out more about you.
we are building a consensus.
I'd like to find out more
We are
about
building
you.
a consensus.
Oops.
Acknowledged.
Okay, now I'm curious when I can activate new things. Do I... Oh, okay. Dr. Chakwas doesn't actually have anything new. That was awkward. I'm curious as to when I can activate the next thing. Like, do I have to go off-world? Do I have to load and reload? Do I just have to talk to someone else?
I wanted to tell... The elusive man thinks he has the
How are you?
Perhaps we could speak
Okay.
later.
So it's not after talking to someone else. It might be after load and reload. Or, you know, going to another area. Morden doesn't have anything else to say. Okay. So let's see if a save and reload does that. Because I'd certainly like to continue everybody's speeches, but like we don't really have a lot going on. We don't really have more missions to go on, so kind of just need to do it. If they're still not willing to talk, we can make the trip down to Ilium. I guess I'll go buy that last upgrade that we need. But I'm hoping I don't have to do that.
I wanted to tell... The elusive man thinks he has the
How are you?
Perhaps we could speak later.
Interesting, yeah. So it's not based on load and reload. It actually has to have some time pass. Okay, I guess we'll go down and buy that one upgrade.
Commander, you've received a new message at your private terminal.
Okay.
How may I help?
Is there anything I should
anything else, Commander?
That'll be all.
Good luck out there, Shepard.
I also think when I finish Samara's thing, I'll show all of Morinth's stuff. I don't know how I'm going to edit all this yet.
Hey, Shepard, glad that Collector Reaper crap is over. It is over, right? It's never over.
I assume everything's going well up here?
You know, this is really nice. Edie took up the slack in every department. I could get used to this kind of help.
It is not my intention to assume all of your responsibilities, Jeff.
No, I'm good. Just keep me updated. Quietly.
Edie isn't a crutch. I want your eyes on everything.
Eyes are easy, Commander. I got eyes covered.
I believe covering your eyes would be counter to Shepard's intention.
Human intentions are tough to read, Edie. But keep trying. You'll get the hang of it.
Joker.
All right.
Ever think about the old Normandy and the trouble we got up to?
Yeah, those seem like the good old days now, but come on. We're stuck in a weird place, sure, but back then it wasn't all sunshine. Almost, we were your team, Commander. See you,
Alright,
Commander.
nothing new there, but we did talk to Joker a little bit. That's nice. I guess let's go down and buy that one upgrade, and then when we come up, we'll see. I don't know. It's a little weird. Let's see if this does it. I don't want to have to complete, you know, an entire separate thing in order to do this. But let's see. We are going to romance everyone. It's just how it's going. Oh, Garrison Tali, I guess. Why not? And real quick, because I know that this breaks everything for some reason. Dynamic shadows. Alright. I'm going to go get that upgrade, so I'll be right back. There we go. Tech damage, 6 out of 6. Bam. Is that the last thing? Well, let me check the other area real quick. I think that's the last thing we needed. I hope it's the last thing we needed anyway. Lord knows. Can't really think of anything else in the game. And I think 6 upgrades, it seems like the most. I mean, it seems like the DLC added 1 extra upgrade on top of everything else.
I have never called you that. No, but you're thinking about it. You think it was easy growing up pure blood? I did some stupid things to get away from the taunts.
Ooh.
Stupid drug users you're laughing at.
Eclipse might be fun for you. For me,
Oh, there is one more thing. Alright, they have me skin weave. Dang it. Alright, well.
I didn't mean... Okay, look, I'll take another look.
So you need to get around 60,000 more credits. And then 100,000 more than that to fully be able to afford everything. That's gonna suck. And I might have to do it a little bit at a time with the frickin' with the dog fights, essentially. It's the only way I can think of doing it. Alright, let's go back to the Normandy and see if people will talk to us. If not, I don't entirely know what we should do. I'll have to look up how to do that. So, I couldn't actually talk to Samara. It's just we didn't have enough missions to put forth the next pieces of the puzzle. But I decided to reload the older save with Morinth, and I was able to get a lot of the relationship stuff out of the way.
I get lonely at times.
So this is what happens if you go to Morinth after the suicide mission.
I don't suppose there's anything I can do about that. But I want you to know something. My lover spent their last moments
So this is about where we saw before. But this is a little different.
She died because her nervous system overloaded with an ecstasy so great she couldn't handle it.
Why tell me this?
I want to give you that, Shepard. I want you to feel every nerve in your body pulsing with pleasure.
My mission is too important to risk that, Morinth.
But you're different. I sensed it when we first met. You have the Prothean cipher in your head. You died and came back. There's no one like you. You and I can share something so intense, so deep, it will change your life.
Morinth, I can't deny how much I want you.
Do you really mean it? You'll be with me?
I will.
Come here, Shepard. Embrace eternity.
And you die, and there's a critical mission failure. I think that's one of the funniest ones. I did have a little bit more stuff that we could do. We are going to be talking to our other teammates and doing the rest of the relationship stuff. The first one on our list being Jacob. So we're going to go through all the stages of Jacob's relationship and seeing his romance scene. And unfortunately, then we'll have to break up with Jacob.
Light up that base, Shepard. Hell of a way to tell the boss you're quitting. I wish I could have seen his face. It's not over, though. Bad guys on the horizon. And now Cerberus wants your tail. Never boring, huh? I don't know what kind of time we have, but we better dust off and stay ready. You sure as hell know how to make enemies.
Let's just talk for a bit. Unofficial. You and me.
I'd like that, Shepard. Been some rough running so far. Feels good to put a lid on my past and focus on what's important. Our mission, what it means, you. You're hitting me in a way I wasn't expecting. I won't let old wounds get in the way of that.
So you sure you're good with the way things turned out?
I said so. What are you getting at?
You're so hardened that you can't even acknowledge what your father did?
Never said it didn't affect me, I just don't carry it around. He shaped who I am, but I'm more than that. I want you around because you're a soldier too. You gotta get it. All that weight just isn't worth carrying.
You're too close to see how it affects you. I would be too.
Well, maybe that's more about you. Out of all of us, you're the one who could probably most use a place to vent. So, Shepard, how about we turn it around? What are you carrying? What do you need to get rid of?
2 years changes a hell of a lot, you know? I don't blame people for thinking I was dead, but it's only been a few weeks for me.
Rough. Someone dies on you, they stay dead. But like with my father, you keep running into people who seem like they've just changed.
And I'm still the same.
I feel sorry for those other people, Shepard. Know why they all changed? They lost you. I get how hard that would be.
You know what, Jacob? I think we need each other. I know I need you.
Okay, you want to know something that gets to me? You. That enough? You're very good at what you do, Shepard. When this mess is over, you and I need some time.
If you're lucky, Jacob.
Commander.
So that is the lock-in conversation that you can have with Jacob, which puts you in a relationship with Jacob. So that's effectively what would cut out Kelly. I should say that these are
Commander,
all previous to the suicide mission because I reloaded that earlier save.
You and me.
You impressed the hell out of me, Shepard. We might actually get through this because of you. Keep it up, I may volunteer for fewer suicide missions. Haven't been this fired up in a long time. It's all you. All of it.
What are you saying, Jacob? Is it time to move things a little faster?
With you, there's Dead and Red Line, and me in the middle. I'm not big on words. Talking should be pointless. When I look at you, you'll know how I feel. Doubt I could hide it at this point.
Where would I be without my crew, Mr. Taylor?
Yeah. So maybe you could drop that Mr. Taylor business.
Make me.
How do you push my buttons and make me like it? I'll see you soon enough, Shepard. For now, we've got a job to do.
So that would be the lock-in for before the suicide mission, and then when you start it, you get this little scene.
Shepard. Look at this. Like sneaking into the captain's quarters. Heavy risk. But the prize.
I was wondering when you'd show. What's your intention, Jacob?
To give the collectors every kind of hell I can. Suicide or not. But until then, I want all the time I can get. Win. Lose. It doesn't matter. I want you.
Sounds like you better make every minute count, Mr. Taylor.
And then I needed to break up with Jacob in order to actually do the other relationship stuff. So this is the one breakup that I left in, and he gets mad at it. Understandably so, but like, oh my lord, he gets really mad.
This was a bad idea. I think we should call it quits.
You pushed for more, now you pull the plug? Hope you've got a good excuse for this one.
I don't know why I actually told him the truth about the Thane thing, but
must know I'm cleaning house before trying to get to know Thane better.
The Drell? It's the sad eyes, right? That always brings them in. Alright, Shepard. You want to pretend this makes it okay? I can do that. A nice official wall.
I will say, that's a fairly cold thing for Shepard to say.
Go do what you want. I don't need the hassle.
It's like a bad breakup all around there. It's kind of ridiculous. In any case, here's the Thane relationships, and there's a lot of scenes that we actually missed with Thane. So these are going to be just all of them in order, including the lock-in ones.
Shepard. For what it's worth, I believe you made the correct one.
Have a few minutes to talk?
Certainly.
If you don't mind my saying, you don't really seem like an assassin.
You've spent too much time fighting thugs who think custom-painted armor makes them professionals. The Hanar trained my body for this role since I was 6 years old.
You've been killing since you were 6?
Of course not. I didn't make my first kill until I was 12. They were training me. I was not to be used and thrown away. I was an investment.
You were a child, not an investment.
I've given you the wrong idea. They valued me, yes, as a resource, but also as a person. They regretted their need for me.
The Hanar? Excessively polite, worship the Protheans? They don't seem the type who train assassins.
Every species trains assassins. The Hanar are only unusual in that they need other species to do the killing for them. They have a strong grip and natural toxins, but have you ever seen one move quickly outside of water? Or fire a gun?
Why did your parents agree to this?
The agreement was made under the Compact. It was an honor for our family.
The Compact?
We live on the Hanar homeworld because they rescued us. Some of us from extinction. We owe them our lives. That is the Compact.
What exactly are the terms of the Compact?
There are many things the Hanar can't do, even with mechanical aid. They ask Drell to assist them.
This can't be legal. They made your whole race into slaves.
Don't insult me, Shepard. Anyone can refuse to serve. Few do. We owe our existence to the Hanar. We are proud to repay the debt.
The way you describe it, the Hanar sound like weaklings.
Out here, they are. But if you could see them in the encompassing, the oceans of Kaje, you would see them differently. A stream of silver in the dark, looping, diving. So fast the eye can't follow. Laughter like the squeals of a child vibrates the water. They fly over the black of the seabed like birds, plumed with the light of heaven.
Why was your race going extinct?
Overpopulation. That must sound trite to you. Humans developed mass effect drive before the problem became acute. Our homeworld, Rakana, had few resources. We hadn't even developed fusion power when the soil began to fail from overuse and pollution. The Hanar found us a century ago. They sent hundreds of ships, evacuated thousands of us. Billions more had to be left behind.
What's the state of Rakana now?
Do you read your philosophers? A man named Thomas Hobbes. When all the world is overcharged with inhabitants, then the last remedy of all is war, which provideth for every man by victory or death. As Rakana died around them, my people slaughtered each other for mouthfuls of water, crumbs of food.
But you don't kill for the Hanar anymore. You're freelance. What changed?
I was asleep for a long time, yes. I paid no attention to what my body was asked to do, but then a laser dot trembles on the skull. One finger twitch, he dies. Then the smell of spice on the spring wind. Sunset-colored eyes defiant in the scope. The laser dances away. My apologies. Drell slip into memory so easily.
Was that one of your assassinations?
Yes. Perhaps we can discuss it later. I've wasted too much of your time.
So these next scenes are actually going to be the ones that are before the suicide mission. The one that we just saw was after the suicide mission.
Have a few minutes to talk?
If you wish.
The last time we talked, you started speaking about a past event as if you were watching it.
Drell have perfect memories. We can relive any moment in our lives with perfect clarity. It's difficult to control at times. Some of us disappear into, let's call it solipsism.
What do you mean, solipsism?
When a memory feels as real as life, it's as valid as life. Thinking about a moment brings back the smell of cut grass, the warmth of another's hand on yours, the taste of another's tongue in your mouth. Wouldn't you rather lose yourself in such a memory than spend the night alone, staring at walls of metal and plastic?
Isn't that a rather personal memory to talk about?
Forgive me. Lately, I've spent a great deal of time reviewing my life. I didn't mean to make you uncomfortable.
Isn't there a risk that you could lose yourself in bad memories as well?
Of course. Remembering the times I've taken bullets is unpleasant. But I can look at my knee and see it's not shattered. The memories that are hard to escape are those of despair.
You can remember everything that happened in your life?
Nearly. I expect if we remembered the birth trauma, we'd never recover from it.
You can relive every assassination you've ever made?
In perfect detail. Every mistake I made. Every target's last breath.
That sounds difficult. At any moment, you could relive the guilt.
Guilt? No. I've never felt any particular guilt about my contracts. My employers killed them. My body was only the tool they used. If you kill a man with your gun, do you hold the gun responsible?
My gun can't decide right from wrong. You clearly do.
My soul does. But my body is merely flesh. Flesh whose reflexes were honed to kill. Drell minds are different from humans. We see our body as a vessel, and accept that it is not always under our control.
So you don't assume any responsibility for the things you do?
Not every action performed by my body is a result of conscious choices. I take responsibility for those that are. Humans often believe in a soul distinct from the body. A spirit responsible for moral reasoning that lives on after the body's death. Our belief is just a bit more literal.
The last time we talked, you remembered one of your assassinations. Something about sunset-colored eyes?
That time. Laser dot trembles on the skull. Spice on the spring wind. Sunset eyes, defiant in the scope. A bystander noticed my spotting laser and threw herself between me and the target. She couldn't see me, but she stared me down.
It was odd that you just blurted that out. Just another vivid Drell memory?
No. She was a vivid person.
Did you take the shot?
Not that day.
I should get back to my duties.
Shepard, I appreciate these chats we have.
You've spent a lot of your life alone, Thane.
Work fulfilled me. Reading. I barely spoke to anyone outside my family. It seems there will be no one to mourn me when I die. You're the only friend I've made in 10 years.
Friend, huh? It's a start.
A start? That's intriguing. I will always be here to talk. Do you need something?
Have a few minutes to talk?
Very well. I had been recording a message for Kolyat.
How are things going with him?
It is difficult. All things worth keeping are. I never explained. I suppose the story of my wife's death took you by surprise.
I figured you'd explain to me when you were ready.
I appreciate your patience. I kept my work clear of our home life. I assumed that would be enough to protect Erica. That memory I mentioned before. Laser dot trembles on the target's skull. The smell of spice on the spring wind. Sunset eyes defiant in the scope. That was Erica. That was how I met her. She saw my targeting laser as she walked by and threw herself in the way.
So how'd she go from blocking your shot to having your children?
I had to meet her. The memory possessed and endowed me. I fell on my knees before her, begged her pardon. She introduced me to the world beyond my work. Eventually, she forgave me. Later, she loved me.
I guess she impressed you.
She woke me up. Her body trembles, not fear. Indignation. Her mouth moves. How dare you? You and I trained to sacrifice ourselves to save others. How often does a civilian step in the way of a bullet to protect someone they've never met? I thought she was the goddess Urashu. She met my eyes through the scope, and my purpose faltered.
When you talked to Kolyat, you said she died.
I let myself become complacent. I thought Erica and Kolyat were safe. I stayed away too long, and my enemies came for her.
Who came for her?
Lazarians. A slaver ring that was preying on Hanar outer colonies. I'd killed their leaders. They paid the shadow broker to find out who I was. But they were afraid of me, so they went after her.
You told Kolyat that you hunted her killers down.
Erica woke me up. When she passed, I returned to my battle sleep. My body hunted her killers, murdered them. I was taught to grant death quickly, cleanly, to minimize suffering. Them, I let them linger.
You were operating on instinct. By your own rules, you can't blame yourself.
But I made the choice to hunt them. They're the only lives I've ever taken of my own choice. The only deaths on my own conscience. I haven't spoken about my wife, and I don't think I ever have. I didn't have anyone left to tell it to.
Maybe I haven't been as upfront as I should be. I'm here for you, Thane. Whatever you need.
You are very kind. Thank you for listening, Siha.
I think my translator just glitched. What did you call me?
Siha. Someday I'll tell you what it means. Do you need something?
Have a few minutes to talk?
Of course, Shepard. Join me.
I've been thinking about you.
And I you. Will you hear my confession, Siha?
Last time we talked like this, you said you'd explain what Siha means.
I need to explain myself to you first. When I married Irika, the Hanar let me leave their service to raise a family, but I had no other skills, so I freelanced. When Irika was killed, I pursued those responsible. Once I'd eliminated them, I had no goal. I accepted the Dantius Commission because I didn't know what else to do.
Not the healthiest attitude to take on a mission.
You're right, it's not. Looking back now, it's clear I'd resigned myself to death. I would have fulfilled my contract. If Nasana's guards caught me afterwards, it would have been a good death. But someone else was pushing to reach the target, forcing me to move faster, challenging me. I had to reach her first.
I had no idea you planned to die in there.
It wasn't a plan. My body had accepted its death. My mind had been dead a long time, but I met another Siha. Few are privileged to meet even one.
You still haven't told me what a Siha is.
One of the warrior angels of the goddess Arashu. Fierce in wrath. A tenacious protector. I confess, I've come to care for you. Perhaps I'm being foolish. We are very different.
I'm not sure we know each other well enough to call it love. But I feel something for you too. Something more than friendship.
I've never felt affection for another species. I'm not sure what to do now.
We'll just have to figure it out.
I look forward to the memories.
So that was the last lock-in conversation.
Do you need something?
Have a few minutes to talk?
You needn't ask. Time for me is short, Siha. But any I have is yours to take.
How are you feeling?
No worse than ever. You needn't worry. And you are well?
No need to worry about me. How are you holding up?
I'm looking forward to the end of the mission. It has been many years since I felt I could relax anywhere.
I spent 2 years dead. Every moment seems irreplaceable now.
I spent 10 years dead. I understand the feeling. Strange that I should only reawaken now, when there is so little time left.
So that conversation is the one that basically you can have to break up with them if you want, but interestingly, it is, I think, technically required. And then we get this scene right before the suicide mission.
I have known I will die for many years. I've tried to leave the galaxy better than I found it. You've helped me achieve more than I thought possible. We've righted many wrongs. I've spoken to my son. I should be at peace on the eve of battle.
Stop. Don't give me a speech.
I'm ashamed. I've worked so hard, meditated and prayed and done good deeds, atoned for the evils I've done, prepared. I consider my body's death and a chill settles in my gut. I'm afraid, and it shames me.
Thane, be alive with me tonight.
And now that we're done with Thane, we'll go back to my original recording after the suicide mission, and let's go to Garrus.
First Saren, now the Collectors. Remind me never to get on your bad side, Shepard. I almost feel sorry for the Reapers.
Have you got a minute?
Yeah. I've been thinking about what we talked about. Blowing off steam, easing tension. I've never considered cross-species intercourse. Damn, saying it that way doesn't help. Now I feel dirty and clinical. Are we crazy to even be thinking about this? I'm not... Look, Shepard, I know you can find something a little closer to home.
I don't want something closer to home. I want you. I want someone I can trust.
I can do that. I'll find some music and do some research to figure out how this thing should work. It'll either be a night to treasure or a horrible interspecies awkwardness thing.
You know, Garrus, if you're not comfortable with this, it's okay. I'm not trying to pressure you.
Shepard, you're about the only friend I've got left in this screwed-up galaxy. I'm not gonna pretend I've got a fetish for humans. But this isn't about that. This is about us. You don't ever have to worry about making me uncomfortable. Nervous, yes, but never uncomfortable.
I'll let you get back to work.
Right. Because I'm in a great place to optimize firing algorithms right now.
Oh, okay, so we just totally lock that in. So, interesting. I guess we didn't get far enough with Jacobs, but we got far enough with Garrus's, that's for sure.
Hey, I brought wine. Best I could afford on a vigilante salary.
Ha!
If you were a Turian, I'd be complimenting your waist or your fringe, so your hair looks good, and your waist is very supportive. Hopefully that's not offensive in human culture.
Whoa, consider me seduced, smooth talker. Now shut up and stop worrying.
I've seen so many things go wrong, Shepard. My work at CSEC, what happened with Sidonis. I want something to go right. Just once. Just...
Well, hey, we got the Paramore achievement. At least we were able to do that. So now we can use the intercom to invite Garrus up. And that, I think the same sort of scene happens if you do that. Out of curiosity, did we get, like, everything? Oh, yeah, covert action. So there's the Shadow Broker stuff. We still have to do that. I think almost everything else is taken care of. All right, incineration. I don't know, maybe I'll play this again sometime on Insanity. Who knows? So out of sheer curiosity, what happens if I go talk to Jacob after that? Because I had locked in something with Jacob just a minute before. I'm curious if Faye has anything to say on it, or if it's just nah.
Commander, can I help you with something?
Let's just talk for a bit. Unofficial. You and me.
We've got a good thing, Shepard. Let's not push it.
We'll talk
Okay,
later.
I guess not. Never mind then. Alright, so I don't actually know how to get anything else going, and now I'm rethinking doing the Morin thing. Basically, you can have sex with her and she'll eat your head. Pretty much. I mean, she kills you. But I don't know if it's possible to do it because of how things go. You know what? I'll try it and I'll see if I can edit it into here. I can't think of anything else.
Nothing. Anything else, Commander?
Is there anything I should know?
Anything else, Commander?
Yeah, I can't think of anything else that we can actually do at this point. So in the next episode, if I get the Morin thing figured out, I'll edit it into this one. If I don't get that figured out, in the next episode, we will go do Shadow Broker thing, and we will end it with the actual romance with Liara, because that is what we want to end that with. Anyways, I'll see you all then. Bye-bye.